The approach of Bitcoin's forced halving and the approval of its first spot ETF in the US prompted price predictions for 2024 ranging from $100,000 to $1.5 million. Points out information gathered by CoinGecko from a Finder survey. The average Bitcoin price found in 31 predictions made by different fintech executives is $87,000. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's start. A Bitcoiner's journey. I finally have 0.25 Bitcoin, TCA Bitcoin, HODL Bitcoin. Have you started your own path to financial sovereignty? Anonymous. So after 4 years of DCA, I finally have 0.25 Bitcoin. Nobody in my life knows I'm investing in Bitcoin, so I kind of want to share it at least here because I'm happy about it. I know it's much less than most people here have, but I live in a shit country where average salary is like $800, so it's not been easy for the last 4 years to DCA every month. 800 is not that small amount as the average salary. Took a lot of sacrifice and working overtime weekends. I DCA all the way to 69,000 and back to 15k. In 2021-2022 I lost some money trying to trade buy and alts, and luckily for me bear market just started, so I had some time to recover. But I learned my lesson. This 20% deep made me go with final DCA, and I'm kinda happy to achieve this personal milestone of having 1/4 of Bitcoin in my hardware wallet, and that's a huge milestone to reach. I get so many concerned comments from people each time there's news on the US government selling off their Bitcoin stash. Here's what most don't understand apparently. The US government is obligated by its own laws to auction off or sell all assets that have been seized. Of course, there are strict laws that lay out restrictions as to who can benefit from seized property, but agencies must get rid of it in due time. These sales are in fact well timed, right on the heels of the spot Bitcoin ETF, as guess who's going to be in the mix to buy direct from the USA, so they don't move the price. Take a wild guess and we can understand who it is actually is going to buy all of those Bitcoins. Bitcoin is up 5% today. If you had 5% exposure to Bitcoin and 95% exposure to fiat instruments, you lost more money in Bitcoin terms in the last 24 hours than in fiat terms if Bitcoin had gone to zero. You just lost 475% of your wealth in Bitcoin terms in the last 24 hours, and yet you're scared of holding 5% allocation in Bitcoin, concerned about the 5% lifetime fiat loss. Your 95% allocation to political instruments is really hurting your portfolio. Get out while you still can, and you need to understand these basics before your money all gone, your 95% all gone. Next up is proud to present the live Bitcoin ETF tracker, and if you want to check it out you can go to this guy's account. He maybe will show you, supported by BTC Direct, and here we could see how it's working, all the holding positions as they are showing over here, and as well as the approval spot ETF, the amount of Bitcoins holding by all the ETFs at the same time. Also, just spoke to an advisor in the US whose branch has 350 million under advisement. They sell fidelity products and have not been educated on any Bitcoin related opportunities. So it is on the portal, but no real education. I told her a 1% allocation to Bitcoin in 2020 at 5,000 would have netted her a branch of a 50,000 0.8 fee, 1.5% of AUM. Without rebalancing, that fee today in the bear market would be worth $408,000, and this is all with 1% allocation. In addition, her client's wealth would have grown from a 3.5 million allocation to 28 million allocation, and they would be telling their neighbors to move advisors. She said she's going to immediately look into fidelity, digital assets, and Bitcoin products. The conversation lasted 16 minutes. The wave hasn't even started yet. There is still a lot of Bitcoin liquidity above us, and we could see this on the chart. Still a lot of money not liquidated of their short positions. Next up, the cost to mine Bitcoin doubles after the halving in April. Most miners won't be able to mine Bitcoin at a profit at the current price. Some of these companies will go bankrupt, but others will hold Bitcoin to reduce new supply entering the economy to raise the market price. as the central all-in cost per coin analysis immediately post halving. That's all the companies over there that you could see holding a bunch of Bitcoins before the halving even starts, and just imagine what will happen after the halving starts. Next up, yes, Bitcoin is making a small rebound from its drop to 38,500 to now 42k, but some people may be jumping the gun to say the bottom is in. With 12 other examples, the weekly RSI is due to the height of the orange 0.382 support zone with prices in the low 30ks. The most common argument to say the local lows is in our 20% decline, which lines up with the other 20% declines in 2023. What they don't mention is that our move is up almost 100% compared to the 60% move that came before 20% drops. This is by far the largest single rise we have seen this cycle, as data shows, and data was accurate to tell us when the price was overheated, and I am sure it will do the same to tell us when it is undervalued again, which is not quite there yet. Bitcoin melting faces again, $3,000 pump in 2 days, all targets hit as we mentioned, 42,000 coming. We talked about this bounce back zone multiple times in my Telegram group and Twitter. A member showed me a few big channels posting short trade forums 39,200, and I clearly mentioned I wouldn't do it. Booked 50% of longs here and moved as sell to entry. Bitcoin holds daily closing about 41,500. We will pump more than 43,500 next. Use my trail margin strategy. Okay, never mind. I don't recommend you using anyone's strategy, and do your own research, invest by yourself to understand how the market works and where you should head, and not to lose money. You will blame them, right, but you will lose your money, and you need to go with your own cold hat. Bitcoin ETF Day 10 update. Tuesday, I said I was the worst grayscale dump that, and that proved to be correct. We're nearly at a tipping point again when net new flow exceeds GBTC drainage. The bad news, still slightly negative but only 70 million. The good news, BlackRock has nearly 2 billion in AUM, and after today we'll have 50,000 Bitcoin. Fidelity growing faster than BlackRock. Fidelity customers love Bitcoin even more. If EU remove grayscale, on average $550 million per day are rolling into Bitcoin ETFs, and if you remove grayscale, these ETFs sucked in 140,000 Bitcoin. So the ETFs alone are sucking in 15.5x the daily Bitcoin supply created. As Bitcoin bottomed earlier this week, now FOMO time starts, and we can understand that basically on the run right now. Bitcoin ETFs are getting and accumulating even more Bitcoin, DCAing at the way lower price, because when it opened the price was really high, and now they are slowly DCAing at the lower points, and once the market will start and growing and exploding, they will be in a massive profit. As of now, they just don't care. They buy at whatever price they see, because they know what's the next price will be when they are going to crash it and profit a lot from that. So this is how it works, and this is how it will work in the future. You need to understand that. It's just a start. It's just the start of a Bitcoin and our wealth story. That's all the information we got on the Bitcoin so far, so don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next one, and peace.